LL Nation, what's good? Hope you had a great weekend. Happy belated Father's Day to everyone. Did you like your gifts, bro? I got some really nice gifts yesterday, I must say.
Yeah, I got some nice cologne, man. Real happy for it. You got to get some good cologne out there, guys. Get some
What's your
smell
go-to
good.
right now?
So I got this Polo cologne, and I got this other cologne, the Baccarat one.
Mm,
Got to get you one of them Baccarats.
Baccarat?
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Mm-hmm.
thinking about getting one. I've been
You
thinking
really
about
should, because it's one of those delicacies of life, you know. Get you a real good smell good, man. Last you a long time.
my go-to right now. I didn't get any fragrances, any new ones, but I did get a lot of, I love Polo. So man,
Mm.
a lot of people bless me with some Polo stuff
Yeah.
and
Is
sock.
Polo is Polo a legacy brand? Will it ever go out of style?
Oh, that's a good question, man.
This will
Right?
be the
Because it
fad.
came in and it was really upper echelon, and then you start seeing like hip hop dudes really getting into it, and it took off in the culture.
Kanye took it all.
Kanye's lying. Kanye's lying. Well, he's not lying from a culture standpoint, but Kanye, we
You're
were
not
rocking,
giving me Polo. You're
we
not
were
giving me.
rocking Polo heavy in Chicago when Kanye was born.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the culture he stepped into. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
not wrong saying he brought it to the forefront, but yeah, but yeah. My go to right now is that Dior Sauvage.
Yeah, that's the one that a lot of people. That's the one that's on the commercials too.
That Sauvage is, and then for me, Creed Aventus.
Yep. Creed Aventus. That's another
Creed
classic.
Aventus is my other one. Those are my go
I
to.
like Creed Aventus though. That's a
That
good smell.
Creed Aventus is hard to beat, brother.
That's why I say you gotta get the Baccarat. Like, once you get the Creed Aventus, there ain't too many places you can go beyond that. you know,
Yeah,
you hit, you hitting the core with that one.
yeah. Once you get the Creed Aventus, and like you said, I don't dabble in the Tom Fords. My brother likes to dabble in the Tom Fords. Me, not me too much,
Mm.
but you know, to each his own. Lucky Lefty podcast. We're brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. It's that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. We hope everyone had a fantastic Father's Day and a happy Juneteenth to those that celebrate. We got to get into some things. This is going to be a truncated show,
Mm.
right? Because both of us are still celebrating. Like the
Yeah.
actual day was yesterday, but today is like the actual national holiday. So
Yes. This is
we're
still a
we're
holiday.
still celebrating, right? But we just thought, you know what? We still should do a little something, right? A little something,
Yes.
something.
Little something.
Yeah,
Something tiny.
pretty nice weekend of recruiting, not as big as the previous weekend. We'll talk about that. We'll get to some interesting social media conversations I had this weekend, bro. Some questions that came up. And the one I want to talk about is this guy asked this morning. Let me find it. And then I'll tell you about the debate I got into with this Ohio State guy yesterday.
Oh, the Ohio State people is like arguing with fools. You can't argue with a fool.
And overbearing, bro. So this
Is it? Yeah, it's too much. Ugh.
he says Marcus Freeman. This is Skrillex260 on Twitter. Marcus Freeman is doing excellent in recruiting, but what is he doing in terms of preparation? Is there any
What
clue?
does anybody do?
Dude, I thought this was the weirdest question. Is there any clue what this team will look like, or do we have to wait until the first game to really know? Go, you can take a crack at it, bro.
What do you mean?
I, man,
It, it'd be,
I promise you, I was like, huh?
yeah, Yeah, what do you say?
Like, what is he doing in terms of preparation? Like,
Preparation, everything, technically, everything that you see, that's preparation.
and the crazy thing is, it's like, okay, maybe he's been under a rock, right?
Yeah,
Because
maybe you got to get caught up.
maybe he's been under a rock because I think Marcus Freeman has been pretty clear through the spring what to expect from this team.
I kind of told him this today in the team meeting is that I have a vision and identity I want for our team, and that's to be a team that can run the ball and stop the run. Right? I believe in our O line and our D line being the foundation of our team, and so I'm excited to see if that can become our identity. That's my vision. I also want to see a team that's aggressive. That's one of our mantras: challenge everything. What does that mean? It means be aggressive. Do not play timid. Do not play scared. Think outside the box, offensively and defensively, schematically. Be okay with taking chances.
Otherwise, I
thought you was gonna play the interview from the Fiesta Bowl where he told you. He told you way back then where he was trying to go.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Way back then. He didn't get the head coach job for a week. He told you, look, closing the book. We going on.
Yes.
We moving on.
Right.
That was a year ago.
It's like, last I checked, no team comes back and looks the same. The last I checked.
Even Tampa Bay thought they was going to do it. They brought everybody back.
And it's like,
I
promise you, I had no clue where the question was going. I was like, man, what is it that you're trying to figure out? Because
we can't give you no better answer other than watching the first game too. We just put the hints together that it sounds like we got something good, but we don't know. We got the same anxieties you got about the first game.
Dude, like, we don't know what this team is going to look like. No one knows.
Nobody knows.
So it's like asking us what he's doing in preparation, pretty much what college teams do in spring ball and fall ball. They practice, they go over schemes. They get to the last week and start preparing for the actual team that they're facing week one. They go over fundamentals. That's what they do. It was almost, I felt like, is this a trick question? Because I'm like, okay, you're saying he's done a great job in recruiting, but what is he doing as far as preparation? I was just confused, man.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's just when it comes down to feeling secure, you're not going to feel secure yet because he hasn't been a head coach for a full season.
Yeah.
That insecurity right there just shows you nobody's going to be able to predict it. If me being a Dayton guy, a little homer myself, of course I think we're going to go undefeated. But that's me saying it. That's not the team saying it. That's how Marcus Free. I'm sure everybody wants to go undefeated, but to get there this season and things we got to do, I think the first game will tell you a lot about the team, though.
You know what I think it is? I could be wrong. I think this tweet was all about holding on to the Fiesta Bowl. I'm going to keep it above.
Yeah.
I think that fan was saying the recruiting is good, but what is he doing to prepare? As if to say Notre Dame wasn't prepared for the Fiesta Bowl. Look, we're going to say this the last time.
I can see it. I can see where you're going. I can see where you're taking it because that sounds like it.
You know what I'm saying? Because for the last time, we're going to get rid of this foolishness, man. Look, you lost the Fiesta Bowl because you did not have the players to win it. Period.
No facts.
Period. It had nothing to do with scheme, had nothing to do with timeouts, none of that. You did not have the players to get it done. You didn't. Your wide receivers weren't good enough to get off pressure in the second half. And when you got the opportunity to make plays, your quarterback overthrew the guy, or your all-pro, all-American tight end dropped the pass down the sideline for about 40 yards. That they weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Your best players weren't good enough. Period. The guy, you said this. You wish Marcus had taken more onus on play call.
Man.
He left it. He left it to the staff. That guy isn't here any longer. He's in Michigan. Period. How about your kicker? When you got the momentum, not missing a 37-yard. How about that? How about JD Bertrand coming saying we were prepared? Literally saying in the post game, coach had us prepared for everything they were going to do. We were prepared for the up tempo, and we just didn't make tackles. People, that's why I did the show last week on coaching, man. Right? Because we talk about all this coaching. You can come up with the greatest game plan. You can call timeouts. You can bring the guys to the sideline and say, this is what they're going to do. We're going to be in this to take it away. And they throw a swing pass to a running back, and he breaks a tackle. And all of a sudden, it's a big play. Why? Because the dude just didn't make a tackle.
Yeah, just didn't make tackle.
What did we see from this defense the entire second half of the season?
A bunch of us being there and not making a tackle.
Not making tackles.
Running past the quarterback.
Period.
Missing the ball. We right there, the ball be on the top of our head or something crazy.
Period. This is my thing. Because this is the kickback. Wait a minute. So when they were up 3 touchdowns, were they prepared? This is the funny thing. They weren't prepared. They lost that game. Wait a minute. Did Marcus Freeman have them prepared when they jumped out to that lead? Was it an unprepared team that jumped out to the big lead? You can't have both. You can't have both. At some point, you just have to realize, I'm sorry. We said it. I don't know about every other show, but this show said it early on in the season. These linebackers are going to be a problem against good teams. Did we not say that?
Yeah.
Did we not say that? You get them into space, and it's going to be a problem. Did we not say that second defensive back is going to be a problem? And what did Spencer Sanders do all second half? He threw 50-50 balls. That's on Marcus Freeman too, right? That's on Marcus Freeman too? Just 50-50 balls all second half? That's on Marcus Freeman. Does Marcus Freeman get credit for the strip Isaiah Foskey had at the end of the game? I just want to know.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to put all the blame on him for the second half, are you giving them all credit for the first half?
Seriously, because we came out like never seen before.
Call, when they got into a certain situation, a certain formation, knowing what Oklahoma State was going to shift to,
and still couldn't stop.
And got the touchdown to Chris Tyree. Was that preparation for Marcus Freeman? Dude, look. Hey, man, I know Notre Dame fans like to protect their players, man. Look. That's why being top 5 in sacks is misleading. Because you didn't have a dominant defensive line.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
You did a lot of blitzing. You got to the quarterback in certain situations. But when you step into the horseshoe, if we're going in there thinking we're going to blitz all day against CJ Stroud and those wide receivers, that front four is going to have to raise some havoc, bro.
Yeah, for sure, because there's no way in the world we're going to give CJ the time back there to just do whatever.
No.
Because that would be detrimental for us. So I don't think Marcus Freeman is going to let them boys go back there and just pat the ball all day.
Exactly. So it's like, that question just struck me as being oddly strange, right? Because people say he got outcoached by Gundy. Did he outcoach Gundy in the first half? I'm just asking a question. Did he outcoach Gundy in the first half?
He did. He really had him for real. We really want to get into it. We really had his ass. But there's things that at the end of the day, the players got to make the plays too.
Yeah.
From a scheme standpoint, from how we started the game, even though we didn't finish, but it was traces there where we could have finished that game.
Easy.
Top to bottom, Gundy would tell you out his mouth. You ask him today.
We had the
We got
ball last.
We
We
got
had
lucky.
the ball last. We had the
So
ball last.
yeah, we not finna roll. I know the loss is a loss, but that's what revisionist history. That's you just looking at the win-loss column. You're not really watching what took place because Gundy got out there by the skin of his teeth or his mullet, whatever
Right.
which one you want to go
Right.
with. So moving forward, if anything, I feel really good. I'm just glad it's not BK's team anymore, and you put an MF in front of that thing. So I do think that the one thing you can count on,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is moving forward, we'll have every game, and that's starting fast.
Yeah.
We are no longer the diet soda that's flat
No.
coming out every game. No longer. We coming out with some intensity like we want to win. That's the first step. And I think that you can feel confident that we'll start in the shoe like that. And then after that, we got to make the plays as players that are put in that position. They've been getting trained up all summer. No more YouTube, no more makeshift coaches. We got real guys in there. So we're looking for some real results.
And I like to point out, we were probably, I don't know, out of everything that I saw, we were probably the most critical post-game show of Marcus Freeman after the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you got to take control. You cannot leave that second half to Mike Elston when you see things like we were on him like, yo, you can't do that.
He was the first person we got on.
Absolutely. He was the first person we got on. He spent the first 15 minutes on Marcus Freeman.
And had the disclaimer. We said, look, we are not running from anybody. Everybody can get it.
Everybody gets it.
Freeman got to get it first.
Everybody.
Yeah. Fairest podcast in the world, I tell you that.
Man, and for people that think Brian Kelly wins that game, lies. As soon as Brian Kelly goes up 10 points, they get super conservative. I guarantee you. Every time.
Like it doesn't matter if it's Toledo or Oklahoma State. We carry the same thing. If we get up 9 and then kick a field goal, we looking to play soccer the rest of the game.
All of a sudden, Brian Kelly was going to make J.D. Bertrand and the rest of the guys better athletes in space.
Yeah, no way.
All of a sudden, Brian Kelly was going to make the pass rush better. Myron Tagovailoa was going to become a speed rusher all of a sudden.
Right, yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Stop.
That's
what are we doing? Say. What are we doing? Like the 50-50 balls would have turned out differently if Brian Kelly was on the sideline. Spencer Sanders scrambling for 30 yards. In
the middle of the defense with nobody around.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That is it's funny, man. It's funny. And it's driven. Let's keep it a buck, man. That's what we do. Half of the stuff that's said by Marcus Freeman is because a lot of people got a color problem.
That's it.
Let's just keep it a buck. Flat out.
That's all it is.
The same leash that they would give to another head coach at Notre Dame.
He gets no benefit of it.
He's not getting that. No. And I know some people don't like that, but we're keeping it a buck. That's what we do.
But Marcus Freeman will tell you he ain't getting that.
No, he knows he's not getting that. That's why he's being super aggressive on the recruiting trail.
And that's why he come in there and was like, look, we're closing the chapter. I have to get started right now.
And we got to win a championship. He's trying to win championship like year one. He knows. He already knows.
Yeah. So
right?
We know it too. That's all.
It's like, yo, it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, you have people that try to ask questions that are kind of loaded. So then yesterday, bro, and some people have talked about in the chat, I had this conversation with, I didn't care. I had time yesterday, bro. I had time yesterday. So this dude, let me get you his name. He is a handicapper. And yesterday, he basically compared the Ohio State wide receiver core to the defensive backfield for Notre Dame. His comparison, though, was via stars. So all of the DBs for Notre Dame were 3 stars. all of the wide receivers were 5 stars, right?
Mhm.
So he basically made that comparison and then took a picture, I guess, of the ticket that he bet on the game, giving
Already.
giving away 14 and a half, right? Right? So he was
Oh
dude.
my God, the
So
delusion, the
yo,
delusion.
he was
Good grief.
talking crazy. So I asked him, I said, you do realize that what you're saying is like out of context. And so his response to me was, oh, it's 2022 and we still have people that don't believe in, stars, that it takes 5 stars to win championships.
Yeah,
And
you just seen it.
I
You
said,
just
I said, first of all, I never said that. I said, I never said that. I said, but you don't have context in what you're saying. And he
Mhm.
says, what do you mean? I said, there's only one receiver, maybe 1.5 receivers that you put up for Ohio State that have actually proven anything. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, fact. Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. showed up in the bowl game because Chris Olave didn't play.
But before that, we didn't know him.
Before that, we didn't even, he got no tick. None. So now you can expect him to be great, but you don't know what you're getting. And I said, contextually speaking, you put 3 stars next to Cam and Brandon Joseph, and the NFL evaluators,
Yeah.
their first and second round draft picks. So what are you saying? Like, you're building your argument on stars, but you're totally ignoring development and evaluation.
Y'all got ready-made players. Technically, we get players ready to play.
But then the Ohio State fan base didn't like it because I said, wait a minute. Your secondary and your linebacking core was filled with 5 stars, right?
And they was trash.
And they both were trash last year.
They was trash.
And they responded, well, we got a new defensive coordinator.
He ain't no linebackers coach.
If the 5 stars are all that matter, who cares who's the defensive coordinator?
That's another fact.
It
doesn't matter. You're supposed to roll them boys out and call stop the offense, and they're supposed to go out there and do it.
But I told him, I said, I got time today. We can do this all day. And everything he said, I came back with a count. I said, tell me about that D-line versus O-line matchup, though.
Oh, yeah. That's the matchup. That's the matchup.
Tell me about that. Before we even get to the defensive backs.
Playing 7-on-7.
Right.
Yeah, before you even get to the back half of our defense.
Right.
This is not 7-on-7. Y'all don't got a great D-line. And damn near don't got a great O-line.
Right.
So this whole pass 20 yards is a real theory for me. Because I don't know how y'all gonna make that happen. Y'all want to skip the whole front 7. You want to skip the linebackers and the D, which we've focused on. We specifically focused on the people you're skipping over.
Forget the fact that our starting middle linebacker, who was a sophomore last year, got injured in fall camp and didn't play last year.
Yeah, you didn't even see. You
haven't even seen him. He was going to start as a true sophomore. You haven't seen him. But you want to throw love to Marvin Harrison. This dude.
I want to throw love at a skill position. You ain't talked about nothing that's going to happen 80% of the game, which is tackles and running and tackling and running and blocking and all that. That you haven't discussed that. You discussed all the Ferrari that sits in the front of the trap. You ain't talking about the trap. You talk about the nice car in front of the trap. Look, you're gonna be real upset that you cashed in that early. Because you're gonna see through fall camp that number goes smaller and smaller and smaller. And now it's gonna be 3 points. By kickoff, your ass gonna be out of luck.
So I see somebody in the chat say they watched Marcus Freeman coach. He didn't coach. He literally delegated.
He literally stood there. That's why we was upset. He was like, man, okay, I get the whole Bill Belichick, let your guys coach. But Come on, you can't do that your first time. Like you too chill.
Dude.
You too
Like I said, man, that's all right. That's okay. That's all right, man.
cash the ticket in this early.
Yeah,
Oh, them
14
boys.
and a half.
14
Then the
and a
dude,
half.
then the conversation, when I basically killed all of his comments with facts, he came back and said, well, he said, I'll give you 10 and a half. Wait a minute. His ticket is 14 and a half.
Wait a minute.
He offered me 10 and a half on a bet. He said, I'll give you 10 and a half. And then over under 375 yards for CJ Stroud. I said, okay. I said, first of all, I'm not a better. I'm not a better like that, number one. And I said, number two, my conviction has zero to do with money. I don't need to bet for my word to be my word. My word is today. My word's going to be the same September 3rd. It's not changing. It's not changing. Dude, it was crazy, man. It was like one of the craziest debates.
But those are delusional.
But they are still so, as a fan base, they are so hurt by Marcus Freeman's comments.
So hurt.
And I don't understand why they're hurt.
It's crazy that they're so hurt because Marcus Freeman was basically just saying what he did when he went to the school. He wasn't speaking on. He wasn't speaking on something that you hear as a rumor.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I was there. And I ain't do shit.
Yeah.
I go to a school. I coach at a school where you gotta do stuff. And I ain't doing that at Ohio State.
Right.
Because I was getting my papers done for me. That's all he's saying. So.
And the last I checked, the crazy thing is they have 3 stars on their offensive line. That's why I brought it up. I'm like, we're doing that. Because I mean,
they don't understand what a solid offensive line looks like that early in the season.
No.
They're not gonna understand, we're controlling the trenches this game. Even though it's at your place, I get all that. Your D-line has never and probably won't see all season.
No.
What you about to see that first game. From a pass and run standpoint. We're not just saying like we just gonna block the shit out you on the pass. We're road graders. We're gonna hit you with some play action and don't let us run on those screens. Because we got
wait a minute. Brad Powers. Brad Powers. He does CFB power rankings. He works for covers. And he works with Phil Steele. I mean, for somebody that bets, he didn't know facts. And that just shocked me.
It's emotional fan base, man.
It shocked me. So
all we know is that we don't have to say
no. The ticket, he took the money line minus 110, and ticket was minus 10 and a half. He laid 1,000 to pay out 2,100. That's not even worth it. It's some games I can make more money on if I'm betting than that game. But you know what? You know what I tweeted out to end it all? Let's just kick the damn ball off. I'm tired of talking. I'm done.
That's what it
Let's just kick the damn ball off.
Just kick the ball off. Because y'all obviously think this. Y'all get upset because we think we finna win. We ain't even like, good grief. Y'all don't think there's gonna be no competition. That's the crazy part. I think y'all just finna roll us over like we not top 5 every year. Come on.
Had people talking about when they bust y'all by 50. I said, man, you are out of your mind.
Yeah, that's what be killing me. It's the number margin. They talking about 30 points and 50 points and dubs, and I'm like, Vegas don't even believe that. Number one. Number two, ain't no way in the world Ryan Day believes that. Ain't no way, Ryan. They believe we finna roll in there and they will put fit. Anyway,
Our
man.
boy just made his decision. We'll be efforting part 3. He said he was going to lock in with us this week. Carnell just chose what we predicted last week, Ohio State. He just announced. Which is great for us because now Rico Flores is all Notre Dame.
Flores gonna fall our way. That's it.
Rico Flores is all Notre Dame. And based upon what we heard from this weekend, Jaden Greathouse is as well. So those are just a few things we want to talk about today, man. We just have, man, I had fun, some interesting questions. I know you have an assignment, bro, and I gave it to you over the weekend.
That's right. Okay? That's right. That's right.
The 28th through the 30th out in Los Angeles is the finals for the Elite 11.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sit down. You need to have a one-on-one with Dante. Period.
Marcus Freeman got to call Dayton up. He said, Dayton, I need you to close out there.
I'm just saying, you're out there, you'll be there.
I'm like, Marcus Freeman, man, you might as well go ahead and ship that Ferrari this way too, man. You know, I got to pull up in style. Got to pull up in that Dayton truck. You know what I mean?
Dude. Recruiting wise, like I said, Jeremiah, everybody, man, look, because we're getting ready to go and continue to celebrate this weekend. Look, man. I saw what Dr. Karl Marx said about Utah last year. Utah was up 30 points playing third-string defensive backs. Not 30 points. I think they were up like 17. Like, stop. If Utah had a great team, they would have been a CFB. Looked at the teams Utah lost to in the Pac-12. That's not a great team.
Y'all going down to the wire with teams that we don't even play a team like Utah. We play great teams. Like, what are you talking about? Call us Ohio State when we playing Minnesotas and Minnetonkas and all these little small schools y'all play.
Facts.
And then holla at us. Y'all go on hiatus from week 4 to week 10 and then come back for the Big Ten championship.
Facts.
So,
facts.
You know, y'all finna get y'all vacation time to Cancun real early this season because y'all finna lose the first game. And then you already know what that means. Y'all schedule so weak, there's nothing y'all can do. Y'all lose that first game, y'all gonna have a shitty season because y'all gonna be upset that y'all can't get enough points beating on William and Mary every week after that.
As a matter of fact, didn't Utah lose to BYU last year?
And we played them.
And BYU beat Virginia by like 30. And we scraped Virginia by like 30. Dude, look, man, we don't know what this team is going to look like. We'll find BYU a stout. What was BYU's record last year, man? Once again, people that don't have facts, man. BYU a stout.
Look, we know what it is. We already know what it is.
BYU lost to UAB last year, dog. This dude just said BYU was stout. They lost to the Blazers of Alabama Birmingham.
That just got the team back last year.
People just make stuff up, man. They just make stuff up. Lucky Lefty Podcast. We thank you guys for giving us some of your time. We said we're going to be quick today. Brought to you by Onora Whiskey. OnoraWhiskey.com is that premium American whiskey. OnoraWhiskey.com. Before you go, bro, what are you excited about when it comes to this team?
I'm excited that I know we're going to go into these games with the feeling that if the other team mess around, we might dub you.
Yeah.
We're not playing stuff close this year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think with enough energy on the team and where things are going, we're not looking to be close. We're looking to treat teams like Alabama versus Sam Houston State every game.
Yeah.
That's what I feel good about. Now we just gotta wait and see.
I'm just excited to see this defense. I think he's underrated. I think they're going to show well in the horseshoe because I think what Al Golden brings is different looks, showing you one thing, but it's something else. And now it's all about that front seven.
That's it.
That's it. It's all about that front seven. So, congrats to you, bro. I saw the reports this morning that Shaun's busted on Twitter. You might have a good year next year. You didn't hear about it?
I didn't hear.
Brooklyn and Kyrie are at an impasse on a new contract, and it looks like he's going to become a free agent. And the first team that's going to have a shot at him is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Of course. They saw what they did up there, the Warriors. They saw because the Warriors can do it again next year. So
absolutely.
It's like Bron said, look, I know we got our differences. You ain't got to take that thing over this way. Hey, but they need Batman and Robin up there for Golden State. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it'll happen.
Yeah. To everybody, let's see. Micah Bell has his decision coming up on the 1st. Christian Gray, July 4th. Rico Flores, July 3rd. Jaden Greathouse, I think, is the first week of July. Like, the decisions are coming up. And then go ahead. Tomorrow night, you have a trio on IPC, bro. That's a nice trio you got coming together. Yeah.
Micah Tees.
Yes.
Micah Tees, Christian Greathouse, and Christian Gray and Jordan Greathouse tomorrow.
Yes.
Try to get them all commit at the same time. Clearly, it's feeling good for the Irish if they all three want to get on. They all three know each other. So, and they just came off the visit. So it's cool.
Facts. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, man. More information about the recruiting weekend. A little more information on Charles Jagasaw as he ends his recruitment with his last visit that ends today. And then we'll get into some other stuff. Maybe we'll have that Buckeye guest on this week. That could be fun. Spend a different day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.